Godspeed to the city streets.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jamie if you're new. Today's video is part of the Hello Spring Open Collaboration hosted by Melissa over at I'm Merely Melissa and Christy over at Christy's Farmhouse. And I will leave their channels linked down in the description box below, as well as the playlist to this collaboration. So today's video, I am making some lemon blueberry muffins. And that just sounds like spring, sounds refreshing. I'm using some fresh blueberries that I just so happened to get over at Sam's Club recently. And yeah, so let's get into today's video. I'm gonna show you my laptop here. I will link this down in the description box below. This is the lemon blueberry muffins. I found this on Pinterest. And it comes from omgchocolatedesserts.com. And this is what we've got going on. So this has got a streusel topping. So for the streusel topping, you're going to need a cup of flour. What is this? A half a cup of sugar, about 6 tablespoons of butter, some cinnamon, and then for the rest of the muffin ingredients, I've got some blueberries here. I think you're only supposed to use a cup and a third. I've got a little bit more here, but that's okay. I've been snacking on them. Like, look how big these suckers are. These are huge. Love it. And they taste so good. So you're gonna need about a cup and a half of flour. This is about 2/3 cup of sugar. Can't remember measurements. I was just measuring everything out and just laying it beautifully on the table here for you. You're gonna need some vegetable oil, some vanilla extract. You're gonna need some Greek yogurt. Plain if you have it. I don't. This is just a light Greek vanilla yogurt, so hopefully that'll work just the same. I'll let you know if it doesn't. This is a lemon that I had in the freezer. No, it's not like furry or anything. It's just really cold. So I've actually been keeping my lemons in the freezer, and so I'm just letting it thaw out. Hopefully this will thaw out really soon. We're gonna need about a tablespoon extra of flour, 2 eggs, some baking powder, and some salt. So the first thing we're gonna do is make our crumb topping, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in the microwave to melt it. So we're gonna go ahead and add in our flour, our sugar, and all right, so the directions say half a teaspoon, but you know what? We're just gonna go, or you can do a little bit more. I'm doing 1 whole teaspoon. I like a little extra cinnamon. Okay, I'm just gonna stir this up just a tiny bit, and then we'll add our melted butter. Maybe I should have grabbed a bigger bowl for this. I've used my tiny whisk, except for it's in the dishwasher. I've already used it. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and add our melted butter. So for this streusel recipe, you could actually cut this in half because this is way more than what is actually necessary for the amount of blueberry muffins that you're getting. So if you want to, you could do what I'm gonna do and like save the rest of it for like maybe a different kind of muffin recipe that would be really good for a streusel topping. But yeah, I would definitely cut this in half next time because this is way more than that is necessary. All right, now we're moving on to making the muffins themselves. To make the muffins, you're just going to want a large bowl, and we're going to stir in the flour. I'm doing this because I have clumps of baking powder in here, and they don't always like to mix. I don't know what the deal is with that. I do need to buy some more. I'm almost out. Is it because it's old? I don't know. Anybody with more baking? I mean, yeah, I've been baking for a long time, but I'm not familiar with why baking soda clumps up, or is this just something that it does? But anyway, we want 2 teaspoons. Okay. I'm doing a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to mix that all together. And then we're going to set that to the side. In another bowl, we're going to take our sugar. So then we're going to add in our lemon zest. The recipe calls for about a tablespoon. That's roughly a tablespoon. This is a tablespoon and a half, so that's why it looked less. Rub. What? Place the sugar and lemon zest and rub for a minute. I don't know what these directions are trying to tell me. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add in our eggs. And I'm going to go ahead and whisk these together. So now we're gonna go ahead and whisk in our yogurt. So you want 2/3 cup of the yogurt. So 2/3 of a cup is a little bit more than one of those little containers. So I just used one full container of that Greek vanilla yogurt. I don't even think I even used half of a second one, so that's okay. I'll just save that for snack time. And yes, it does. I'm pretty sure the recipe is, you know, would rather you use like the plain Greek yogurt, but we're gonna be adding vanilla to this anyway, so I really don't think it's gonna matter that it's a vanilla flavored, but we'll see. I'm gonna whisk in 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Seems like a lot. We are following this according to the recipe, so I'll let you know how this turns out. Already, I'm feeling a little skeptical with the oil thing. I've never added oil in my muffins before. Well, it does make it kind of light and frothy. I don't know. 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Well, I'm just going to use the lemon that I had. I don't have one of those like juicer things. I need to buy one of those, honestly. Well, I'm making a mess here. I don't really feel like I'm getting a lot of lemon juice out of this. I'm gonna add my lemon juice from this just to make sure that we are covered in lemon juice. I don't know how much I got in there. We'll see. All right, so we got that whisked in there. And you know, most of us, we don't measure out the vanilla, so we'll do about that much, which by the way, is supposed to be a teaspoon. But it doesn't hurt to add a little bit more. So now we're gonna do the thing that I don't quite understand why we do, is we're separating dry ingredients from the wet ingredients, but here we go. We are going to be mixing them. I'm sure I'm not knocking it. I'm sure there's got to be a better reason that I just don't understand. Maybe it's food science. I don't understand food science. I just cook the food. It just always cracks me up when it tells you to take your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients and you're supposed to separate them. Comment down below. Let me know, is there a legitimate reason for doing this? As of right at this very moment, all I feel like it's doing is creating more dishes for me. Indy, I know you're watching this, so go ahead and you tell me down below, what is the reason for doing this? Other than maybe, like, the only thing I could think of is, like, is it maybe so, like, you know, because, like, with the eggs and the vanilla, to, like, make sure that those kind of ingredients get, like, well mixed before you add it into the flour? Is that what it is? Which I guess I get that if that's the case. I don't know. Trying to make sure that, oh my God. Y'all, if this was smell-o-vision, oh my golly, y'all. Even if we just stopped right here, this smells amazing. I can just smell all that fresh lemon, even though I used a little bit of that lemon juice, but there's still that fresh lemon in there. Man, it is amazing. It's like springtime in my bowl. That looks beautiful. She looks beautiful. Okay, I'm done playing around. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make more of a mess. We are going to reserve some of these blueberries for the tops of our muffins. That's probably good. It says about 1/2 cup. These are giant blueberries, so that's probably good. Then we're going to take that tablespoon of flour, dump it in there, find another spoon to get dirty. Let's dirty a fork. Well, maybe I should use a spoon. Apparently we are going to just cover these blueberries in the flour, tossing it just like this. Back to our bowl. We're going to put in our blueberries. I'm going to fold them in. Of course, we got a little extra flour in there, but it's fine. Look at that. Look at that. Look how beautiful. I feel like each muffin is gonna have like at least one giant blueberry in them. Because these, I probably should gotten like the normal size blueberries at like Walmart or something instead of the giant blueberries from Sam's. It's funny that I'm even making this because I've never really felt that blueberry, I mean, my taste buds never agreed with blueberries and lemons like mixing together. It sounds good and a lot of people like it, but my taste buds are like, no, well, why would you do this? Like, you know, maybe lemons and strawberries, but blueberries, what are we doing? I don't know. This one actually sounded really good. I happen to have the lemons, I happen to have the blueberries, and so that is why we are mixing them together. Salmonella. Can you dig it? So good. So I'm gonna use my quarter cup measuring cup and spooning these into the muffin pans, which by the way, the oven is already preheated to 400 degrees. Because this is blueberries, I decided to use blue wrappers. I know, cheesy, right? You know, I was just at a store, I don't even remember which one it was, but no, maybe it was Walmart. Their clearance section had cupcake liners that was on sale for 50 cents. And I remember looking at it and thinking, should I? And then I thought, nah, I don't need it. I should grab them. So this is probably gonna take a minute.
So this ended up making about 15 muffins, which the recipe online does say it makes about 12 to 14 muffins. So another thing you could do is you could just get out your loaf pan and make one big lemon blueberry loaf and put the streusel on top, and that would be really good too.
Now that I got our muffins already in here, we're gonna go ahead and we can top with a couple more blueberries. Even though like most of these have like a crap ton of blueberries already. But what's a blueberry muffin without some more blueberries? There is not going to be a question whether these are blueberry muffins or not. Does that movie Casino with that scene with Joe Pesci, has anybody ever seen that movie? Is it just me? I suddenly got this. Okay, it's a violent movie. I'm not gonna lie, it's a violent movie. Do not watch it with kids if you haven't seen it already. But there's a scene with Joe Pesci and there's a discussion about blueberry muffins and making sure that all the muffins have equal amount of blueberries. I mean, it's like impossible to do, but I mean, comment down below if you've seen that movie, you know the scene I'm talking about. So one of these is only gonna get 2 blueberries, but guaranteed that one has got a ton in there. So don't come for me, Joe Pesci. Then we are going to go in with our streusel topping and make a mess out of that. Okay, so those muffins are going into the oven. Oh my God, let me set my timer. Okay, so we got 400 degrees for 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, we're gonna drop the temperature down to 375 and then bake for another 15 minutes. All right, it's done. And how are we looking? Bubbly. Oh my golly, look at the blueberries, they burst. We got bursted blueberries. Look at these, oh my gosh. They smell amazing, y'all. we got blueberry juice all over the place. Oh my gosh. It looks like a gorgeous mess. That's what it looks like. A beautiful mess, because I think like with this one, I may have overfilled it compared to that one. So I need to stick something in there and see if it's done. We'll just use this. It's clean. Okay. All right, so we're gonna let these sit for 5 more minutes. Oh my gosh, they smell amazing. 6 minutes now, but they're so stinking hot. I'm making a mess. All right, so I don't really want to try this one. It is like super hot, but I'm going to burn my taste buds just for you right here on camera because I have to go get kids from school. That streusel topping, so good. Ooh, look at that yummy goodness. So this is definitely one of those fork and plate kind of muffins. Okay. This is actually pretty good. I would definitely say that when you make the, you add in your streusel, you want to like push it down, otherwise it's going to fall off. I would probably recommend not using the Sam's Club blueberries because as you can see, it made a burst of a blueberry mess, but still really good. Depending on your oven, what did I do? Well, I dropped the oven temperature down to 375 for 15 minutes because that's what the directions say. But I would probably do it for maybe 18 minutes instead. And that might like help cook it a little bit more. It's not doughy. Oh, maybe like a little bit. It's like on that edge. But other than that, this is really good. Do I still think that blueberries and lemon do not go together? No, they taste pretty good. All right, y'all, that'll do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. Share with somebody you love. Don't forget to check out that playlist and Melissa and Christy's channel down below. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
We wanna chase the night.